The forest does not make noise at first. It waits. Then it listens. On a cold morning on Mount Rainier, mist clung to the ground like a living thing. Low clouds wrapped around the mountain, hiding the summit in white sky. The mountain looked peaceful, but mountains are never truly peaceful. They are indifferent. They do not care if you are experienced or prepared. They care about only one thing: survival. On July 1st, 2010, one man challenged the mountain. And the mountain won. This is not a ghost story. This is a documented disappearance. One that still troubles search and rescue teams. One that refuses to make sense. Stay with me, because the higher we climb, the colder the mystery becomes. Mount Rainier is a beast of a mountain. It rises over 14,000 feet into the sky and is carved with glaciers and hidden crevasses. Thin layers of snow hide deadly cracks beneath the surface. Storms arrive without warning, turning clear skies into blinding whiteouts. Sound disappears. Direction vanishes. It is breathtaking, and it is unforgiving. 57-year-old Eric Lewis understood this mountain well. He was not a tourist or a beginner. He was a veteran climber, local to the area. Strong, methodical, and experienced. He had climbed Mount Rainier before. On this climb, Eric was not alone. He was with two partners, men he trusted. They were roped together, a standard safety measure. If one fell, the others would stop the fall. It was a bond of survival. They were ascending the Gibraltar Ledges route, a steep, technical, and exposed climb. They were close to the summit, only a few hundred feet from the top. The weather was clear. The goal was in sight. Then something happened that still doesn't make sense. Eric stopped. He unclipped himself from the rope and told his partners to continue without him. He said he was tired and needed to rest. He said he might catch up later, or head back down alone. This decision was a major red flag. At high altitude, climbers do not separate. You do not climb alone, especially when exhausted. Fatigue and altitude kill faster than cold. Eric insisted. His partners watched him sit down in the snow. He appeared calm, alert, and aware. Just tired. Reluctantly, they continued toward the summit, believing they would see him again soon. They reached the top. They celebrated briefly and began their descent. When they returned to the spot where Eric had rested, the snow was empty. Eric was gone. He was not above them or below them. He was not on the ascent route or the descent path. He had vanished from the face of the mountain. Search and rescue was launched immediately. This was a high-priority response. Helicopters scanned the slopes while climbing rangers searched the glacier. The mountain gave them nothing. Then the clues began to appear, and they were deeply unsettling. Searchers found Eric's backpack at roughly 13,600 feet. It was abandoned, but still upright. Inside were his shovel, extra clothing, food, water, and survival gear. An expert climber does not abandon his pack at extreme altitude. Without it, survival is nearly impossible. Leaving it behind is a death sentence. Nearby, searchers discovered a small snow cave carved into the ice. Inside the shelter, they found Eric's climbing harness. This detail disturbed the rescue team. A climber never removes his harness. It is a lifeline, a final protection against gravity. Removing it makes no sense unless you do not plan on returning. Faint boot prints were found leading away from the cave. They moved toward a jagged cliff edge, a sheer drop into white emptiness. And then, the footprints stopped. Did he fall? Helicopters scanned the base of the cliff. Climbers rappelled down dangerous ice faces. Searchers looked for color against endless white snow. They found nothing. No body. No clothing. No blood. Only ice, rock, and silence. Eric Lewis was gone. So what happened? There are three main theories. The first theory is hypothermia, specifically paradoxical undressing. In extreme cold, the brain malfunctions. Victims feel suddenly overheated and remove clothing and gear. This could explain the abandoned backpack and harness, but it does not explain walking toward a cliff. The second theory is altitude sickness, known as HACE. The brain swells due to lack of oxygen. Judgment collapses. Hallucinations occur. Reality fractures. Did Eric believe he saw a safe path that wasn't there? The third theory is the most uncomfortable. Did Eric choose this? He unclipped himself from the rope. He sent his partners away. He removed his gear. Was this his final climb? We will likely never know. Eric's body has never been recovered. If he is there, he is buried deep within the glacier, frozen in time until the mountain releases him. Until then, Eric Lewis remains part of Mount Rainier, a warning to all who climb it. That experience does not guarantee safety, and the mountain always has the final say. What do you think happened to Eric Lewis? Was it a medical emergency, an accident, or something darker? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more stories about places where people vanish without explanation, subscribe. And stay safe out there.